Some of you today, like me, struggle with perfectionism, especially during this Christmas season. A lot of times it becomes all about buying the perfect gift or cooking the perfect meal. And the next thing you know, Christmas has come and gone, and you don't have one moment or memory to cherish. Today, we are joined by psychotherapist Tara Lalonde, who is going to share with us how we can let go of perfectionism this Christmas season and grasp hold of what really matters. Tara, thank you so much for joining us. This is perfect for me because, like I said, we spoke earlier, I am a perfectionist. I am a type A personality, and a lot of people around here are looking forward to this interview. What is it that makes us perfectionists during the Christmas season?
Well, I think there's a lot that is involved in that. There's nothing wrong with wanting things to be done beautifully and look nice, but our culture has become so Christmas focused. So, I mean, we start Christmas right after Halloween, and it continues to ramp up, which kind of drives us to want more and better, and everything needs to be just so. And of course, all the amazing Christmas movies that are out there feed us with this expectation that that's what Christmas is for everybody. Right. And it needs to look like the Christmas cards and the movies, and everything is just so in Hollywood, where that's not reality for us.
Yes.
Somehow we need to live up to that when we don't.
And social media today, especially things like Pinterest. I mean,
right.
You can look at Pinterest and you can see these beautiful displays of what a Christmas table looks like, and then you have this expectation of yourself to be able to do a table exactly like that, but that's not realistic.
That's not realistic. I mean, Pinterest is fabulous and they have wonderful ideas. Pick one. And I mean, the other side of it is, if this is not something that you're skilled at or good at, let's remove the shoulds from Christmas. Let's just get rid of should. There's lots of could. We can do could. But there's no should. You don't have to have the perfect table. You can do simplicity, and it can be beautiful. Understated can be lovely.
Yes. So for those perfectionists out there, how do we fight this? What are some tips that you can give us during this busy season to fight this perfectionism?
Like I had said earlier today, I love the fact that we're doing this at the beginning of December. Yes. We've got a couple weeks before Christmas is coming.
There's still time.
There's still time. So really what I would say is, take a few minutes, whenever you can steal it, and actually look back on Christmases before. If they were harried for you and feeling really stressful, what about that can you cut out? So what little things can you take away so that you can actually enjoy every moment of it? Enjoy decorating, enjoy all of these things. But maybe you don't have to do the extra ribbons, as I said.
And like you said, who's really going to notice whether you do the 10 extra ribbons or whether you bake the brownies this year? Who's really going to notice?
Yeah.
So that brings me to my question, are people perfectionists because they're trying to be perfectionists for themselves? Or is it about trying to live up to someone else's expectation, or a combination of both?
I would say it's usually a combination of both. Depends on the person. Some people, I don't care what other people think, I want it just so for me. Other people, it's not about me, my mother, my mother-in-law, whoever, I need it to be just so for them. And being able to recognize, no, we don't need it to be just so. Perfectionism is different from having high standards. It's that pressure and that stress. If I don't get it right, then everything will be ruined, or it won't be okay.
Yes.
If you can strive for excellence, that's good, but be able to allow things to, the brownies just didn't happen this year, but everything else is great and I can enjoy it, and we can have a family Christmas or a quiet Christmas, just the two of you or just yourself.
Right.
Change your expectations to something that's reasonable.
Right. And we spoke earlier about this pressure that if one thing goes wrong, it ruins everything else. And that can just affect your entire Christmas season. And not only affect you, but it can affect your loved ones who are surrounded, who you're surrounded by.
Absolutely. See, the way our brains work, we all have a part called a critic. That's the part that gets in there and beats us up.
Yes.
That's the part that gets into Christmas and beats you up. Being able to recognize critic takes a grain of truth, turns it into a beach of lies. We buy the entire beach because that one grain is true. Maybe this Christmas we can say, critic, go away.
Right.
You are not allowed to be part of this Christmas. You're not allowed to steal my joy this Christmas.
You're not allowed to win.
You're not allowed to win.
Yes.
Exactly. I'm going to do this, and then be gentle with yourself. Be positive. Be thankful. We just had Thanksgiving in the United States. Let's bring Thanksgiving into Christmas instead of the rush and the pressure. How would things be different if we did?
And one of the things that I really struggle with is change. I love my traditions. I drive my family crazy. I'm like, no, we have to eat it this time, and we have to do this exactly. We have to do the tree this way. I love traditions. So you say being open to change.
Yeah.
How can we do that?
And that's difficult if we don't do it just this way, Christmas is ruined. But if you can change the message in your mind and what you do in your self-talk, that no, Christmas isn't ruined, it can be different. I remember when my sister started having kids and Christmas shifted.
Yes.
You know, we weren't all
together. You have to eat
together.
earlier because they have to go to bed.
Right. What do we do? But you know what? Christmas new traditions are as good as the old traditions. And you can, if you're a tradition person, which is beautiful, just change your internal language. We're creating new traditions.
Yes.
This isn't loss. This is creating something new.
To make new memories.
To make new memories, to be different. So it can still be positive even though it's change. And life is about change. We can't hold on to the past because then it actually makes it miserable.
Right.
If it doesn't happen, well, Christmas is ruined. Christmas doesn't have to be ruined. Christmas isn't about all of this stuff. We impose this. We don't have to. And it's being gentle with yourself to say, no, it's okay. Just because dinner's earlier, it can still be lovely. You know, just because it's at this person's house instead of that person's house, it's okay.
Yes.
I can still enjoy this and fully embrace all of the things that are here.
And what about comparing ourselves to others? I do that. I've got sisters who are great. They are crafty. They are a wonderful mother, a wonderful mother, a wonderful wife. How do we not compare ourselves to others, especially during Christmas when we're trying to make everything so perfect?
Yeah. And that's something that we struggle with, people struggle with all year round, not just at Christmas. It just ramps up at Christmas. Honestly, Thanksgiving is a huge part of this. Being thankful that you have a sister who can do these things. I have a sister who cooks incredibly. I remember.
So it should take a weight off of your plate.
Yeah.
And you should be thankful for that.
This is wonderful that she does
Right.
this, and my mother's the same. You know, I don't have quite the same skills they do. I love that they do. I'm going to enjoy and embrace that they do. I don't have to. I have other skills. I have other talents. And enjoy how God created you and embrace that and allow that to shine instead of trying to be something that, you know what, maybe He didn't make you creative.
Yes.
You don't have to be creative.
Well, Tara, I could pick your brain all day, and we're running out of time, but one thing that I do want you to talk to speak into people, is there's this root cause of perfectionism. What is the root cause, and how can we fight that?
Yeah. I think really the root of this, it ties to anxiety, and it ties to all this self-talk that you've got going on, that if things aren't just the way I want them to be, then they won't be okay. And it's being able to I'm not listening to that lie anymore. Things can be okay, even if it's not how I planned it, how I wished, how I hoped. And remember, Jesus is in the midst of all of this. So He has this planned. He knew the potatoes weren't going to work. He's okay. It's all right. He had that planned. It's already accounted for. I can be okay because my security and my value is not in what I do or how it looks, but in Him and who He says I am.
Yes, great. Well, Tara, I just feel like I need to put my feet up right here and just lay back and just have you pour all this truth into me right now. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I don't know about you all, but I feel like I just got a free and much needed therapy session. I hope you all will join me and make it a goal this Christmas season to let go of perfectionism and take time to enjoy each moment. John's back here saying, thank you, Tara. Everyone around here is.